All right, people, what the hell is going on? I'm finna try to shoot this video again for I don't know how many times. Every time I record this video, I I forget to post it, and then I end up deleting it out of my phone because it take up too much space. I don't have my setup, so it's gonna have to be in portrait mode. Not as that much damn difference anyway, but we talking about ESO today, baby. We talking about ESO, and I like the game. I've been playing it since day one, but over all these years, they keep making all these changes, all these updates. And my number one gripe with the game is that we do not have a class change. A class change. With everything they done put in this goddamn game, you can't tell me that they can't implement a goddamn class change token. You can't tell me that. There's nothing game breaking about that. Why can't you give us a class change? You know, and I'm one of those people. As a matter of fact, I got a guide to the game plan right now. You know, I like to listen to that stuff while I'm playing the damn game, and they tell you, okay, you go through this, you go through the tutorial, blah blah blah. Don't worry about this. This ain't all that important. You know, with the races and all this other blah. And they tell you, well, you know, you get your skill respecification, and then you get your attribute specification. So don't worry about all that stuff. You can change everything, you know what I'm saying, once you get into the game if you don't like it. It's a goddamn lie. It is. It's a goddamn lie. You cannot change your fucking class. The main thing in this game that you need to be able to change, because that affects a lot. It does. It affects a lot. I gotta keep my dude moving over here. Move the menu. So my shit don't time out.
Press A, select, feedback.
You need to be able to change it.
Voice chat.
Like I said, I've been playing this game from day one. I've made a bunch of different characters. You know what I'm saying? I've tested out all the classes that they ought to be tested. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. I've done all my little builds I like to make and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, all that really don't make no sense to me. The type of player I am, because I want all my accomplishments, God damn it, to be on the player that I'm currently playing with. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit divided up a bunch of 10 goddamn characters. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? If I play, right, when I started playing the game, I was a Dragon Knight, right? You know what? I don't much care for the Dragon Knight. I don't like the way they make the classes. They make the classes now a little bit different. But I had started with the Dragon Knight. I was like, all right, I play with your fucking Dragon Knight. That's the class I went on with when I was learning to play the game. Years with that shit. Until I started playing with the Warden. Okay, I like the Warden. I started playing with the Warden. But you know what? Everything is done on I like the Warden to the point where I didn't want to play with the Dragon Knight anymore. Because I got tired of the Dragon Knight. I'm not a fire poison person. And then literally when I play with the Dragon Knight, I only use the Earthen Heart little part of the class. I'm so sick of fire is tired. Fire is in every game. Fire is it just fire it is, fire that, fire it is, fire that. I'm so sick of fucking fire. You know, and poison. And that's one of the things I don't like about the classes. The shit is all over the place. At least with the ones I done fucking picked. You know, with the Templar, all that shit look like it goes together. The Nightblade, all that shit look like it goes together. You got the what's that? The Necromancer, all that shit look like it goes together. You know, even with the the sorcerer, 2 out of the 3, all that shit goes together. That lightning shit, that shit needs to be off by itself somewhere. Just like fire needs to be off on its own class by itself. Ice needs, which is the warden. I picked that because it was ice, and the only reason you could stick with that with the warden class is because, I mean, if it wasn't for the ice staff, you wouldn't be able to fucking do it. You wouldn't be able to fucking do it. You know, I don't like that. That should be a class until it's into itself. You know, not all over. You got animals, flowers, and ice. I'm like, why would you stick that shit together in one class? Now I got, you got a class with motherfuckers doing all kind of different ass shit. You know, a lot of people might not think about that, but I like them. I like thematic characters. I make all my characters thematic. When I had a sorcerer that I built that was all lightning because that made fucking sense. And I had a sorcerer that was, y'all hear that? I heard a kitten. I don't know where it is. I'm glad I heard it. I thought that little cat had died. Anyway, I had matter of fact, I had a stam sorcerer, 2-handed. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had no lightning. All he had was the dark magic and the little enchant shit or whatever the fuck that you do with your weapon and whatnot. And that shit made sense. You know what I'm saying? It made fucking sense. To me, it did. And at this point, they not for to rebuild the whole goddamn game for that shit. But that's what should have been done from the start. Plus, what I'm talking about more so is that the fact you should be able to change the characters. Because you get, like right now, I'm playing with the warden. They give us the fucking, I don't even know how to use the fucking armory system. I go into the armory system, I'm like, they got shit going down. I can't even select nothing. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be able to put all this, whatever the fuck is on the right side of the screen. But I'm sitting here trying to select how to get on that side of the screen to pick nothing that I can't. And that don't fix the problem. Because I'm stuck on the same fucking class. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck on the same class, so they don't change the fucking problem. I can make a new build, unless I plan on making a new build that has no class skills in it. It makes no point. I'm still where I'm stuck off. I got the Ice Warden, which I like. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the few classes on here that's offensive and defensive at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I can deal with that. But I want to do other shit. I should be able to switch classes. You know, I should be able to switch classes. Like I said before, you got to go and do, if you pick a class and you pick a class that you genuinely like, and that's the class you want to play with moving forward. Well, you know what? That class got a big empty ass world, because everything you've done is on another goddamn character. Yeah, all those hours and years you spent playing the game, goodbye until you go back to that character. You know, and I what I tried to do was I tried to have each one of the new characters that I tried to have them a little niche area that they operate in. Not fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Cause I don't like playing. You know, the necromancer, I played with that for a while. I can't fuck with the necromancer. I don't like it. You know, I got the Arcanist. Everybody was playing with the Arcanist. I did that because I paid for the shit. Same with the necromancer. I paid for the shit, so I made a class. I maxed it out, made it, you know, filled it out and whatever, but didn't do shit else with it. Same thing with the Arcanist. Played with that shit just long enough, just long enough to get it to max level, do all the champion point shit, and then throw that shit to the side because I don't much care for the Arcanist at all. It's okay in some regard, not for me. So, but I would play with them. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I would play with them if I could switch classes. If I could take this character here, be like, okay, boom, I'm gonna play with the Arcanist, and I can keep doing my quest. I can keep doing all this shit. I can keep making my progress right along like I've been doing, but just in a different class that I choose to play with at the goddamn time. I would do that. I would do it. But they don't let you do that. I don't know why. And like I said, I just got through looking at the armory system. I'm sitting here thinking, what can I do? What can I do? You know, to kind of freshen this shit up. I got my Ice Warden, which is tailor fit for how I play the goddamn game. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't going nowhere because ain't no other class doing that. You know, from all the shit I'd have been putting together and taking apart over the last however many years. You know, but I would like to switch it up a little bit. You know, I would like to switch it up a little bit. Is that gonna fucking happen? I have no idea. That scrying shit, that don't help. You know, until they start adding some more. Matter of fact, today I got to check the grimoires. There should be some new ones out. It's Monday, so I'm gonna check and see if they got some new grimoires out. I doubt it, but hopefully they do, because I stopped doing the Westwheel shit, whatever that was. Wait a minute, that hadn't started yet. The Undaunted. Well, y'all know the dailies or whatever. I'm talking about the wrong stuff. The dailies. I stopped doing that because I'm like, okay, now I got a shit ton of fucking scripts in my goddamn bank taking up space. You know, and I'm sitting here like, I can sell them, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to end up throwing them in the guild bank and putting them up for sale for probably free, because I'm not using them. You know why? Because I'm not going through all that bullshit again with another character. That's my whole goddamn point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going through this shit. I know it's a little small thing, another little thing you got to do for your other little character. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Because first of all, I'm going to do that for a character that ain't got nothing accomplished. And anything I want that character to do is going to be something I done probably did twice already. No. No, fucking no. There's way too much in this game to be doing shit twice, which is what I'm stuck in the middle of now. You know what I'm saying? The cat that my Ice Warden now had its own thing that it has done. Plus, I got to do all the shit that my main character did over fucking 8 years. Like, literally. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think, I done had to level up the fucking scrying, the excavation and scrying thing. I had to do that shit on one character. I had to do it on another. It's fucked up enough to do it on one character. I had to do that shit on 2 characters. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not doing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Just because I found a better class. Like when they bring in another class, then it ain't gonna be shit I can do. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'll say, okay, they got a new character coming out. Let me get this character, see how it is. It don't matter for me to see how it is. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter for me to see how it is, because it ain't shit for that character to do. It's not. There's nothing for that character to do. I am not for to replay the whole fucking game again, because they came out a character that I like a little bit better than the one I got. You know what I'm saying? Nope. And that's coming from me right now when I'm in the mood to play the game, because I was playing 76 for a while. Let me go back. I got subscriptions on both of them goddamn games. Because I go on and off with each one. Right now, I want to play fucking ESO. I've been playing ESO for the last however many weeks, last month or whatever. So I'm like, okay, boom, let me hop on here, continue what I was doing, do a little questing, grab some little boxes or whatever the fuck they got going on with the event and all this other shit and la 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 la. And that's and like literally that would be the only reason for me to have another character, to tell you the truth. Is for shit like that I'm not for the fucking do. I don't hardly do that shit anymore. You do all the forming you can, especially when, and then they knock that shit out too, because you can't get the good box anymore. That shit is account wide, so you get one of those, you go to another character, you're not gonna get another. You're not for the hell y'all doing that shit. So, doing shit once on one character and then doing it on another character, you know what I'm saying, try to double, triple, quadruple dip and all that. Nah, they done be like, nah, we ain't having that. So we just, I don't know why. And a bunch of digital content. It ain't like you actually getting away with shit. But that. I guess you gotta protect the game economy. Yeah, y'all didn't see my quotes. The game economy with how much stuff is actually, put out there, but still, I'm not doing it. I don't form like that anymore. I ain't gonna say it's boring, because all I do is running around picking flowers and shit all day. Literally, that's what I do when I hop on the game. I hop on, I go right outside of not right outside of Storm, maybe right outside of Wayrest. I kill a bunch of dreg, and I pick up shit, go to dreg side, go through little boxes, pick up a little fruit and whatever the fuck is in them goddamn boxes, and I open chests and whatever's in the area, you know what I'm saying, do a little fishing at the lake. That's what I do. I don't be out really killing shit, doing dolmens and dungeons, and I've done dungeons for a while, but I don't do dungeons now. You know why? Because I done did them all, at least most of them. I done got all the monster shit that I could possibly get, and I don't even use monster sets anymore. I don't even use monster sets anymore. I got the Okasol ring. I don't use monster sets anymore. So the little dungeon grind, that's only if I'm in a mood. And I don't even bother with I don't even know what they call them now. You got normal and then veteran dungeons. That's it. I stopped doing veteran dungeons so long ago. I done forgot what they call them. Because most of my vision is bad. Y'all probably don't know. My vision is very poor, and even the regular dungeons, the DLC, most of the later DLC dungeons, I can't get through because I can't keep up with the mechanics. It's too much visual noise on the screen, and plus it's too much shit on the ground to try to avoid and all that other stuff. Ain't nobody even got time for that. And then with the veteran shit, you know what I'm saying, I got to put on my headphones and all kind of shit like that because it's a veteran dungeon. They might, people run through that shit, but still, it's more likely to be people talking if you in a veteran dungeon than a regular one. So I always have my headphones on, and for the simple fact that, if somebody in there talking, they giving instructions, and I might need to actually ask what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? What the hell you have to do? Because they might have to do some explaining and shit like that. So I know in real difficult shit to have my headphones on. So at least even if they don't have their headphones on, they can hear me on their goddamn shit. So I ain't new to the game. I know how to operate in there. If it's shit that I can't do and I think I'm in over my head, I'll make sure that I ain't totally fucking up everybody's shit. I say it totally. I'm gonna fuck it up a little bit. But all that shit, I don't want to have to go through it again on a new character. I just don't. I'm not for to have. I'm not. It was like in my personality to have a character designated for this, that, and the other. But I do not like having a character and then looking when I get ready to go somewhere. Oops, excuse me. When I get ready to go somewhere, I look up and my whole map is empty. You know what I'm saying? My whole map is empty. Even with my main character, my current main character now, which has done a lot of shit, but that character hasn't done the even hard shit. You know, and I'm just like, well, in fact, that character hadn't done the even hard or the Daggerfall Covenant shit. That one just did the Dominion stuff. My other character did the Dominion, did the Daggerfall and most of the even hard shit. And Clockwork City and one the orc shit in Rothgar, he did that. And I'm, just think I got it on my main character I got now, which I've done a lot of shit on. I still got all that to do over, and I ain't looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I go there, I just like I ain't done none of this shit. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this shit. I ain't done none of this. You know, especially Clockwork City was so boring to me. I didn't much care for that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was like normal game going through it, but looking back on it, I'm just like that shit didn't do nothing for me, to tell you the truth. You know, while I was playing through it. I think by the time I got halfway through, I was just trying to bust my way through that shit. Don't want to do that shit again. You know, I should be able to well, at this point, I've done too much with my main character, but because they about neck and neck right now. But I should be able to take that character, and you could change everything else. You know, that character done changed races and about 7 times since I done had this goddamn game. You know what I'm saying? I done changed all kind of shit with that character since I done had him. I done changed everything but the fucking class. I don't think that character a woman. I don't think I did a race and sex change. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, that part of the game can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? That part of the game can be fixed. Now the shit with the classes that I don't like, I don't see them unless they come out with some. They would have to come out with both of those. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, they would have to come out with thematic classes like they make already. Like I told you with the Necromancer, the Templar, the Nightblade, all 3 aspects of their class all match that theme. Unlike the fucking Dragon Knight. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the Dragon Knight, unlike the Warden. Who else got a class that's all over the place? Now I can't even think of no goddamn classes. But y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. So, I'm trying to figure out where I need to go to be able to put the word out on this shit. Cause like that's something that they can deal with ASAP. Well, the class change is something they can deal with ASAP. The other shit they can deal with, but they'd have to deal with that moving forward. That means when they introduce new classes, they'd have to introduce new classes with the aspects that I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the Ice Warden now that people make, like I made, and I've had the same class, but with fire on my Dragon Knight, because that makes sense to me. But you know, what if I want a Nature Boy? Well, it ain't shit you can do. That goddamn green balance ain't gonna do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna do shit for you. You should be able to. That should be a class into itself. You know what I'm saying? That should be a class into itself with all the offensive and defensive skills that they want to put in there. The green balance should have all of that. You know what I'm saying? Winner's Embrace should have all of that. The goddamn animal one, whatever the fuck they call that, it should have all of that. It should have his own heal, his own this, that, and the other. It should have all of that. Same thing with Earth and Heart. Ethan Hart should have his own offensive, defensive, and heal.
Controller disconnected.
Uh-oh.
The connection to the controller has been lost or has been disconnected. Please reconnect controller for Harris JPL. Press A. Continue. Check campaigns.
And that's the main reason why I play this game. Y'all, they got the voice feedback on here. Why they don't have that on fucking why they don't have that on 76 is beyond me. Especially with all them goddamn terminals and shit, all the reading that they want you to do on their goddamn game. Like when you this shit right here, you know, you just
log out. Press.
You know,
Options.
it tell me everything I didn't select.
Prep. Activity file. Social. Journal.
You know,
Campaigns.
it just
Champion.
I don't even have to look at the goddamn screen.
Skills. Available.
And when you open a
Press
book,
A, select B,
pick up some paper, it starts reading this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got this shit in the game. This shit is needed. Like I said, I'm fucking blind, and that's actually needed. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it reads out the prompts. It reads out the prompts when you in battle. Like when you do some shit and it won't happen, it'll be like, you can't do that in battle. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be like, you out of range or whatever the fuck. It'll tell you when you doing some shit that you ain't supposed to do or you can't do in battle or whatever the fuck. It'll tell you. You be like, oh shit, all right, let me back up and let me do this, that, the. I mean, you got that. They got all this shit in the game that I actually appreciate. You know what I'm saying? They got all this shit in the game that I actually appreciate. But when it comes to game fatigue, me having to play with the same goddamn character over an extended period of time does get old. It does get old. But I don't want to have to stop all my progress just to diddle around with another goddamn character that at the end of the day I can't do nothing with, because all my progression is on my main character that I can't change. You cannot tell me that there ain't nothing wrong with that when you could change everything else in the game. Like I said, I'm saying I'm not, but I've already done a bunch. But a lot of the stuff I've done, you know, I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, do I really want to redo? I mean, you can blast through a whole bunch of shit. A lot of stuff I'm redoing just because I need skill points. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, that is the only motivation for me doing a bunch of this shit or going to a bunch of these little areas that I had that this current character hadn't been to, is because I'm gonna need skill points. And you got to go through a bunch of fucking missions to get those. And you got to go through a bunch of the areas to get those with sky shards. So, yeah. It just... because they keep bringing new shit to do, and you get all this new shit to do, and then a lot of the stuff will come with a goddamn skill line, and you like, well, shit. I need fucking... You know, because it's been a whole bunch of times where I got to go through my shit, streamline everything, which means I gotta take out all my skill points from shit that I just ain't using. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't on the bar, it ain't got no skill points. That's basically how it is. If it ain't on my bar, it ain't getting no skill points. And then apply that shit to other shit, because all my crafting stuff gotta have skill points. Like right now, my character now, I think I got 31 skill points. It sounds like a lot until you start unlocking shit. I still got a bunch of scrying shit. My scrying and all that other shit, excavation, is only up to 7. I tried to do some shit today with the excavating and shit like that, and it's like Yeah, you gotta get up. I gotta get up to level 9 to be able to do. And I remember how long it took to do that shit, and I'm like, no, I can do master stuff, but I can't do ultimate shit. So I got an ultimate one that's gonna expire because I'm not. And I can tell you right now, in 4 days, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna sit here and marathon that shit like I did when I was leveling that shit up. No, 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 I'm not gonna do that. Unless we end up getting a double experience before that, within the next couple days. Yeah, that ain't for the fucking happen. That one is going to fucking expire. You know what I'm saying? It's a few of them in there. I got a bunch of time on. I got a bunch of gold leads. Their gold leads just start pouring out the fucking sky. But I'm not for the, I don't find that shit particularly enjoyable. I don't. Because a bunch of that mythical shit I don't find no interest in. Like I said, I got the ESO ring. It ain't shit else I want. It ain't nothing else I want. I've seen all the fucking, nope, don't fit my play style. ESO ring, that's what I've been trying to do since day one. Like, literally. How do I stay off of that back ball? You know what I'm saying? How do I stay off of that back ball? Since when I first started playing the goddamn game, and then you get introduced to ball swapping and all this other shit. Okay, how do I set my shit up to where I don't do that? Or do it as less as possible? Well, I mean, it was a long time went by, but the ESO ring came, and I was just like, well, that's what I've been doing. I've been swapping back to activate whatever the fuck is on that ESO ring and swapping back for all this time. Now I ain't got to do that. And it's better. I'm a one bar man. I'm sorry. All that shit. That's why I don't play with the fuck. I can't do that with the fucking necromancer, which is why I don't play with it. Now I play with the necromancer. For me to do what I need to do with the necromancer, I gotta be hopping back and forth on that goddamn shit like crazy. I'm like, nah, I don't like this shit at all. Now the skills themselves are cool, but managing them shits is fucked up. Like no way, Jose. It just that shit'll give you a fucking headache. You gotta do this and do that and do this. You gotta make sure you got a corpse on the ground. Activate that shit, bloop. You got your little tethers and shit. You activate them shits, and then you trying to get in position to make sure, oh man, fuck. Fuck. No. Now I got an ice warden, and everything I do, like literally everything I do has well, not now. They didn't fucking introduce that little spell making shit. So, I got some different shit going on now, but basically I got offensive and all my skills give me an offensive and defensive effect. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What they did do is they fucked off my heal. They fucked off the heal for the what's his name? They fucked off the heal for the in Winter's Embrace. That used to be a heal where you were, the little wind go around you and boom, it hit the targets, and then they do a heal on you too. That shit, I read it and I was like, because I was going to switch it, and I'm like, I'm tired of throwing these flowers and shit on the ground. That shit don't even look right with my character. Nope, can't do that. Goddamn winter, that little Arctic blast or whatever the fuck they call it. You basically cannot heal in combat with that motherfucker unless you standing way off by yourself somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because if you activate it and it hit hit an enemy, it won't heal you. It only heals you if you activate it and it don't hit nothing. Whose bright the fuck idea was that shit? You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of shit I'm talking about. You need to be able to switch classes. Because when they do shit like that, you need to be able to fucking bail. They start switching up skills and doing all kind of shit, buffing and nerfing and doing all kind of shit. And next thing you know, one of what would have been my main hill is not even a hill anymore. You know what I'm saying? I got an ice fucking warden and I'm throwing flowers on the ground. That don't make no goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. I'm throwing flowers on the ground. Ugh. There you go. Come on now. Fix this shit. Let me know. Tell me something. How do we get this shit done? Because long as they got the freedom to change all these fucking classes on the fly, we need to be able to change class on the fly. When they be like, okay, we feel this class is this, that, and the other. It might be too weak. It might be too strong. They switch the shit. They do whatever it is they want to it. You in that class, you don't like that shit. You should be able to switch fucking classes. You should be able to do something else instead of being stuck with whatever the fuck they done changed. Tell me that don't make sense. That makes fucking sense to me, and you can't say that it don't. Cause you already, I look at these videos that these motherfuckers have with these patch notes and all kind of shit and the PTS and all that shit. I sit there and watch that shit, and they'll look at the changes and all this other stuff that's made. Some shit they be like and sometimes they be like, oh man, that's awesome. And sometimes they be sitting there scratching their head like, why the fuck would you do that? You know what I'm saying? That's fucking horrible. What is this? You know, you should be able to adjust accordingly. You know what I'm saying? You take my heel out, I go to look, and my heel ain't even a heel. I don't know when the fuck they did that. And it was another thing, which is why you gotta always read your goddamn classes, because I keep all my sets and shit. I went and looked at one of my sets, Frozen Watchers. I was like, I ain't used Frozen Watchers in a while. Let me go fucking look at Frozen Watchers, see if I want to equip that. It's not even, it's nowhere close to being the same as it was. You do Frozen Watchers, you block, and that little storm will go around you dealing frost damage. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I look at it and they're like, when you block and you tether yourself to somebody and for 8 seconds or some shit, and I'm like, what? What is this shit? You know, I'm like, literally, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And get the fuck out of here. A tether? And then, you know, enemies touching the tether deal that. Nah, man, nah, that's fuck that. You know, I got rid of all my Frozen Watcher shit. That shit just at that point, it's just taking up space in my fucking, taking up space in my shit. It's just taking up space in my shit. That shit don't help me at all. Means I gotta go up to a motherfucker, block, wherever the fuck you gotta, I don't know if you gotta block or actually block an attack or whatever the fuck, and then maneuver around with a tether on you to I think that's a tanking set anyway, but whatever. It's out. You know, delete that shit. Get it out of my fucking inventory, taking up my goddamn space. Which is the same thing I should be able to do with the class. You know what I'm saying? And I like my goddamn class for the most part. I don't like how scattered around that shit is. But like I said, they could fix that with some other classes that they bring. They could bring out more classes. They probably won't. It ain't no reason, it ain't no legitimate reason why they wouldn't or why they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Why not give us more variety? You keep sticking new shit in the goddamn store every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? They'll stick that new shit in that all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Bring out some new thematic classes. Give us an ice class. Give us a lightning class. Give us a, you know what I'm saying? Give us all these, take these fucking, I forgot what they call them inside of the goddamn class. You take those and make a fucking class. Just have one big, take the game off the guy offline for about a week. Or no, whatever. Do all that shit in the background. Take the game offline for a week if you have to. Integrate that shit. Bring it back with all that in there. Everybody got their same progression and all their accomplishments and all this other shit. The only thing you have to do is respect your shit. You'd have to select a class and just redo your shit from there. That's it. That's all you have to do. Everything else you did be just like it was. Now, instead of however many classes we got, it'll be a fucking whole goddamn pantheon of shit you could choose from. Nothing wrong with that. That's how the fuck it should be. You know, have a dark sorcerer. Like my sorcerer, I made one of the 3 sorcerers I made. One of them, like what I said, one of them was like all lightning. And then there was another one I made that didn't have no lightning. All he had was explosive shit. You know, all he had was explosive shit. So he had like magical detonation and blah, blah, blah. Everything he did caused an explosion. That shit was hilarious. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Would have kept playing with that character. You know why I didn't keep playing with him? Because it wasn't shit for him to do. All my progression was on a whole nother character. You know, I ended up deleting that character. I didn't know how far along that character was, because I was far along enough for that character to have all this goddamn mount shit done. I was like, goddamn, I got all the mount shit done on this character? Ah, what a waste. What a waste. But I ended up deleting that character, blah, blah, blah. Because if I keep all those characters, I get mad. So when I make characters and I don't use them except for the extra ones that, you know, that I pay for, I delete them. You know what I'm saying? I delete them because it's just, it make me mad when I look at all those characters. It ain't shit for them to do. The other ones, the ancillary ones, the necromancer and the arcanist, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I pay for those. They not going nowhere. If I need a mule or whatever, I got technically I got 3 of them because my old main character. You know, that shit. So, yeah. Yeah, that shit there. Now what I gotta do, I gotta go inventory management and clean out all my chests, because I got a whole bunch of equipment that I'm not gonna use. All that treasure hunters, Medusa, Night Slayer, maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that. There's a bunch of shit that I got that I'm not gonna fucking use. I know I'm not gonna use it. So at one point I was using it, but at this point it's just taking up space. You know, I got it's like 30, 40 items and of shit just sitting there. And then when I want to do some new shit, I can't because I ain't got no room. So I got to go through, unlock all that shit, deconstruct it. You know, fill it. He'll hopefully help fill out my goddamn sticker book. Yeah, fill out my sticker book. Thought I might have said the wrong shit at first. But yeah, do all that shit. It's a lot of stuff, man. And I don't want to be shifting through characters trying to take care of all this stuff. Cause I just had to do that where I had to go through all my other characters, take all the useful shit out. You know, right before you delete them, you gotta strip them and all kind of other shit like. And then with my other characters, my other 2 characters, I had to go through their inventory, take the useful shit out of their inventory, stick it in the bank. At least the stuff that stacks, you know. Stick it in the fucking bank, and then, you know, I have access to it and have to try to jump from character to character. Just when I don't have to do all that shit. Well, inventory management you got to do, but I wouldn't have to do all that shit if I can just fucking switch classes. I just want to be able to switch classes. All you got to do is put a fucking a class token in there. All you got to do is put a class token in there. One day I'm gonna go in there. It's gonna be a class token in there, and it's gonna be some shit they already did, and I'm still over here fussing. I'm steady over here fussing. There's some shit they already did. I seriously doubt that. I was just looking in there not too long ago, and it ain't in there. I wish it was. Matter of fact, when I hop back on there, I'm gonna go look just to make sure, because I'm one of those people that'll do that. I sit here and talk for an hour, running my mouth, blah 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 about this, that, and the other, and about some shit that was already done. But I know it ain't done, because I was literally in there like 2 days ago looking. I wasn't looking for a class choking, but I was in there looking through that shit for something else. And you had to look over all of that. So, yeah. So, wherever you got to go, whatever you got to do, if you agree, post it, spread it, do whatever you have to do. Go on fucking X and go to the whatever fucking page and put this shit down there. Please give us a class change token. Give us a class change token. It's only fucking fair. It is. It's only fucking fair. At this point, for me, it's it's kind of too late. You know what I'm saying? It really is. But that's for moving forward. That's for moving forward. I might want to make me another Templar. I might want to make me another goddamn sorcerer. I don't fuck with Nightblade. But I might want to do that. I should be able to go spend my $7-8 or whatever the fuck, so they can make their little money. Go make my little changes. Now I got my class. All the progression and shit, all that shit should be, well, if you hadn't done it on that character already, you probably have to level that shit up again. You know what? I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine with that. If you done level all that shit up with a class already, progression should already be there. Well, I mean, the first time it wouldn't be there. You'd have to re-level all that shit up again, but that ain't shit. Motherfuckers do that shit in a day. Just running dolmens and doing all kind of weird ass experience grinds and shit. But yeah, you should be able to do it. Give you something to do. Like, I got a new class. I got to level up all these skills, baby. I got a new class on this character. You should be able to say that. I got a new class on this character. Not on the account, motherfucker. On this character. You gotta go level this shit up. Because when a new character come out, a new class come out, I don't want to have to go through that whole grind of leveling that character up just to know that once I hit 160, I'm not gonna play with that character anymore. It's a waste. Which means I probably won't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I have like the Arcanist and shit. I have to live that dream through the companion. Damn, you all right? Anyway, yeah, I have to live that dream out through my companion. I can't even think of his name right now, but that's the companion I got at the moment. And that's close as I'm going to get to playing the Arcanist.
11. New.
You know what I'm saying? When they have another companion, and that companion is the Necromancer or whatever, and I end up getting that, that's going to be as close as I get to playing the Necromancer, setting his shit up, let him do what he do. I get to see his Necromancer shit. I remember when I used to do that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that. Because I played quite a bit with my Necromancer. Now I can't say that. I can't say that with the Arcanist. The Necromancer, I played quite a bit with that. That's why I know I don't much care for it, because I played quite a bit with it. Even though, and I went back to it, and it's too fucking slow. And I play slow, and it's too slow for me. That says something. So, like I said, if you agree, spread the word. I'm finna get ready to